not an animal activist. I'm not an animal lover.
Since time immemorial, Indian culture has regarded Shwan, meaning dogs, to be Swami Bhakt, meaning the epitome of loyalty and devotion towards their masters, towards the ones they consider to be their gods. So shouldn't we imbibe the spirit of being a Bhakt-vatsal, the one who loves his devotee more than himself, more than any other worldly complications? Perhaps we should. And you, my dear friend, are yet to meet some wonderful people who have imbibed this, who have surpassed the worldly complications, surpassed the stage of considering service to animals as a charity or activism. Those who do it out of such unconditional love that defining it seems insincere to them. Those who connect with animals like a soul connects with another.
I came to JNU as a student in MPhil PhD in CSP 1998. At that time there was nothing. Today what you see in JNU and 24 years, 26 years back, there was nothing, no sterilization, no food. So wherever I went, people came and told me that there was no food, and I went and went and went. I think I covered almost all of JNU at one point of time. I felt that they would be waiting for me. And I came every day since then. At one point of time, I was feeding more than 300. Today it has come down to 200. They were all sterilized, became old. They stayed in my house when they fell sick. Then they passed away. I've seen generations who went before me. But even then, I would always say that this is a very, very personal. The way I connect with them, most of my dogs have become old. And they are going, actually they're going. I mean, every month now for the past 1 or 2 years, I've lost so many. And I think it's a natural process, I really, really enjoy feeding them. I cook for them myself because many people tell me that, why don't you hire somebody to, cook for them but what I feel is, the way I cook for them, I know who wants what, the way the rice should be cooked, that particular. If I hire somebody, he or she won't be able to do it. I cook around 22 kgs of rice with chicken and everything myself. I mean, it rains, it's cold, it's hot, it's summer, peak of the summer. I have to come because I know they're waiting for me. And actually people say, they know my car and they literally wait for me.
Every day, countless animals search for a scrap of food, a drop of water, and a glimmer of kindness. For them, survival is a constant battle, plea of a hungry, forgotten soul wandering the streets. This is where PAWS Foundation comes into play. As the sun rises, their mission begins. With every meal they provide, they offer more than just food. They offer a lifeline, a moment of comfort, a reminder that they are not forgotten.
So I have been taking care of animals since I was a kid. Being brought up in a Jain family meant we were taught empathy towards all living creatures, from the smallest of ants and mosquitoes to the biggest of animals. So we used to take care of pigeons and other injured birds. We used to give food to the local cows, the dogs, for squirrels and the other birds that used to visit our house. But it was nothing on large scale or in a systematic kind. I rescued some kittens, I rescued some dogs while growing up. The large scale work started during the pandemic when the first Janta lockdown happened, because at that point of time the entire university was empty. The whole university was locked down, the mess were closed, the canteens were closed, the dhabas were closed, and there was these large number of animals without any food, especially hostel cats and dogs. So I started feeding with 25 hostel cats in my own hostel, Kaveri hostel. That was day one of Janta curfew, running around in the night, getting the cat food, smuggling it over the boundary walls. And so that's how it started with 25 cats. Soon they grew to 50 cats because cats from the other neighboring hostels also started coming. Then we used to collect leftover food from all the hostel mess across campus and then use that to feed to the dogs. At that point of time, I was pursuing my PhD in campus only with Professor Chintamani Mahapatra as my supervisor, who was also a rector. He was very supportive in my efforts. He kept on giving me time extensions so that I could continue working for the animals. So that continued, and as from cats it went to dogs, it went to birds, peacocks. We even rescued a jackal, a porcupine, snakes. We tried to rescue an injured monitor lizard, but we couldn't catch it. So it's not just been dogs and cats, it's basically all animals in the campus. So over time the network grew, the number of people who were working with me grew, and we established a small group called PAWS, which is People for Animals, Wilderness and Sustainability Foundation. We wanted to have a holistic approach to animal welfare. So we started working with the JNU administration. We did anti-rabies drive. We inoculated over 100 dogs in a drive. We give anti-rabies injections to the cats who we could catch. We did a major sterilization drive, and between 2020 and 2024 we sterilized around 200 dogs. With these people we feed around 300 plus dogs in campus at least twice a day, and over 200 cats once a day. Besides that, we rescue all injured animals. We take them to the vets, we take them to sanctuaries. We also have cats with chronic diseases. We have dogs with chronic diseases like arthritis and others. We give them supplements, etc., to make their life easier. We have cats with kidney diseases, which is also one of the biggest factors that kills cats in the outside world. Right now I'm taking care of a 10 plus year old cat from JNU who is suffering from chronic renal failure. But that guy has not given up on life for last 1 year. He has been on drips continuously. He gets a special food, supplements, etc., and he's fighting for life. So we have not given up on him. Education Policy 2020, which talks about vibrant and sustainable campuses, and which talks about a greater awareness among students towards animals, towards environment, and towards a sustainable lifestyle. So we are trying to introduce that in campus as well. We are also working with our neighborhood academic communities like NIPGR, IIMC, ICGB, IIT next door, to help them with their issues, to learn from them, and to make an overall coordinated effort among the student community for the welfare of the animals that live in these campuses.
Look into their eyes and you will see a story of longing, of resilience, and of an endless search for someone to care. Each life we touch, each heart we heal, is a victory in the ongoing fight for a kinder world. We can't change the world for all the animals, but for those we save, we change their world forever. Meet Kaju, a gentle soul who was once lost and alone, with nothing but fear in his eyes. Today, he knows the warmth of a loving touch and the taste of a hearty meal. What was once a frail and frightened animal now beams with a newfound strength and trust, a testament to the power of compassion and care. It takes so little to make such a big difference. A meal, a blanket, a kind word. These small acts ripple out, creating waves of change. To everyone who feeds, rescues, and loves without expectation. And to everyone who will begin now, you are the unsung heroes. Your kindness feeds more than just their bodies. It nourishes their souls and gives them a reason to wag their tails once more.